Okay, let's talk about joint genesis. It's making some pretty big claims about helping with joint pain. So we're going to dig in and analyze exactly what's being said.
All right, let's just cut to the chase, right? Does this stuff actually work? That's the big question. We've gone through the available info to break down the claims for you so you can see what's really being promised.
So, first things first, we need to understand the main idea behind it. What's the core claim? How does joint genesis supposedly, do what it does? Okay, so here it is, straight from the source. The big idea is all about increasing the liquid between our joints. That cushiony stuff. The whole premise is that as we get older, we lose that fluid, and that's what causes all the grinding, the stiffness, and the pain. And that liquid actually has a name, of course. It's called synovial fluid. Think of it like oil in an engine. It's what keeps everything moving smoothly. The sources say that when this stuff dries up, that's when you get into trouble. And that's exactly what joint genesis claims to target. So here's the supposed step-by-step. First, you've got these natural ingredients that go after the root cause. Then, they supposedly help your body make more of that synovial fluid. That, in turn, lubricates and hydrates your joints. And the end result? Well, the claim is better mobility and less pain. Sounds simple enough, right? Okay, so that's the how, but what's the what? What's actually in this stuff that's supposed to do all that? Let's take a look under the hood at the ingredients. All right, the sources point to three main players here. First up is something called MOI, which is apparently a special patented form of hyaluronic acid. Then you have two that you might have heard of before, boswellia and good old ginger. And here's what each one is supposed to do. That MOI stuff, it's all about lubrication, which ties right back to that synovial fluid claim. Boswellia is in there as a powerful anti-inflammatory, to help with swelling. And ginger's role is apparently to help with pain and support healthy circulation. Okay, so we know what's in it and how it supposedly works. But what about the day-to-day? How do you actually use it? And maybe more importantly, how long does it take to see if it's doing anything? Well, the usage part is super straightforward. Just one capsule a day with some water. But, and this is a big but, the sources really hammer home that you have to be consistent. You can't just take it here and there and expect results. And here's the timeline they lay out. You might start feeling some initial benefits in about 3 to 6 weeks. But for the really good stuff, the best results, they say you're looking at 3 to 6 months of taking it every single day. So this is definitely positioned as a long-term thing. All right, now for the part everyone wants to know about, the fine print. We're talking about the offer, the bonuses, the guarantees. And, well, this is where our analysis found something really important you need to know about. First off, where do you even get it? The sources are pretty clear that it's only available on the official website. They say this is to make sure you're getting the real deal and not some knockoff, and also so you get any bonuses they're offering. And on that note, it's important to note that the link to the official secure website for the joint genesis is down in the video description. And if you decide to go for a bigger order, like the 3 or 6 bottle packages, they say they'll throw in some extras. You're looking at a joint health guide, a diet plan, and if you get the big 6 bottle pack, they cover the shipping too. Okay, but here's the million-dollar question for a lot of people, right? What happens if it doesn't work for you? What's the deal with the money-back guarantee? This is where things get interesting. And boom, here's the issue. We found 2 completely different claims in the sources. One source says you can try it for a full 6 months, that's 180 days, and still get your money back. But another source says, nope, it's only a 60-day guarantee. Now that is a huge difference, and it's a major red flag that the information isn't consistent. So let's pull all this together. After looking at everything, what are the key things you really need to consider before making any kind of decision? Okay, here's the summary. The whole mechanism is about boosting that synovial fluid with natural ingredients. You need to remember that the timeline for seeing the best results is a long-term commitment, 3 to 6 months. But the absolute critical takeaway here is the guarantee. The sources are conflicting, promising either 6 months or just 60 days. That's a massive difference. And that conflict really changes the game, doesn't it? It means the most important question you should be asking isn't just, does it work? It's, what am I actually signing up for? What are the real terms of this deal? You absolutely have to know which guarantee is the correct one before you even think about it. Thanks for watching this review. If this video helped you make a decision, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next analysis. See you in the next one.